Dear students, today in the wave optics we are studying very important topic, that is plane wave fronts and reflection of plane wave fronts. And this topic of today we are going to study about the wave fronts, the types of wave fronts, specifically the plane wave fronts, and thereafter Huygens principle and its application, that is the proof of law of reflection with the help of Huygens principle and knowledge of wave fronts. We need to study firstly what are wavefronts. So, wavefronts may be defined as the locus of points having the same phase of oscillations, or you can say it is a continuous surface, all points on which are vibrating in the same phase. Here, as it is written, the wavefronts are plane perpendicular to the direction of propagation that move in the direction together with the wave. We in the 12th standard study about the types of wavefronts, and we get to know about three types of wavefronts, and these wavefronts are classified on the basis of the source. What kind of sources we are having, we get different kinds of wavefronts. For a point source we get a wavefront which is spherical, while for a linear source we get a wavefront which is cylindrical. And the plane wavefronts, the most important one, are the ones which we get out of the spherical wavefronts as well as the cylindrical wavefronts, and out of the you can say point sources as well as linear sources. But a parallel of beam of light gives rise to a plane wavefront. Specifically, if we are saying, then we can say that a parallel beam of light gives rise to a plane wavefront. Or also, when the small part of a spherical or cylindrical wavefront originates from a distant source like infinity, then the wavefront which is obtained is known as plane wavefront. The examples are there, a lot of examples are there, but the rays coming from infinity like sun are the biggest examples of the plane wavefronts. Here we are talking specifically about the plane wavefronts because these are going to be used for understanding the different phenomena related to ray optics as well as wave optics. Pictorial representation of plane wavefront. The plane wavefront here in the left side of the picture, we can see that all the red surfaces are the plane wavefronts, and the arrow is representing the ray or the direction of the wave, and the ray drawn here will always be perpendicular to the plane wavefront. Okay, and if we are seeing the side view of a plane wavefront, then we will be getting lines like this only, like these green lines shown over here, and this is the lateral view of the plane wavefront. Wavefronts and Huygens principle. Huygens principle is one of the you can say milestone of the 12th physics. You must be knowing about it, and you must know about it. You must learn about it. It states that all points of a wavefront of light in a vacuum or transparent medium may be regarded as new sources of wavelets that expand in every direction at a rate depending on their velocity. Huygens principle, actually what it is doing is it is trying to tell us that all the points on the primary wavefronts behave as or can be regarded as the sources of new wavefronts called as the secondary wavefronts or secondary wavelets, and they keep on generating such kind of sources. Okay, it is a the Huygens principle is a powerful method for studying various optical phenomena like the reflection, the refraction, the polarization, etc. But here what we are studying is we are going to study the reflection of wavefronts, and the reflection law of reflection is going to be proved with the help of Huygens principle and knowledge of plane wavefronts. Laws of reflection at a plane surface. Huygens principle. Here the xy is the incident, or you can say reflecting surface, and these two rays which are parallel to each other are made incident on the reflecting surface xy such that they form two wavefronts AB and CD, which are primary, or you can say incident wavefronts, and the reflecting wavefronts. And the length BC here matters a lot. Now if we have to find out the distance B to C, then what we will be doing is we will be considering the velocity of the wave BV and the time taken by the wave to reach from B to C be equal to T. Then BC will be equal to VT, speed into time. Okay, now in order to construct the reflected wavefront, we draw a sphere of radius Vt from the point A as shown in the figure here we have taken. Okay, let CD represents the tangent plane drawn from the point C to the sphere. Then AD will be equal to BC will be equal to VT, because the same time is being taken by wave to reach from B to C. The same is the time taken by the wave from reaching from A to D. Okay, so in these two triangles BAC and DAC, it is quite visible that BC and AD are equal to each other. Now comes the proof, and here we have drawn the normal to point A and to point C on the xy plane, and here this angle is angle of incidence, and this angle becomes equal to this angle BAC, by using simple mathematics over here. And what is the mathematics is that we know very well that this angle, okay, the angle drawn by the wavefront and the ray will be equal to 90 degrees. So angle NAB will be equal to what? 90 minus I. If it is 90 minus I, and also we know that angle B, this one, angle NAC is 90 degree. So if it is 90 minus I, then this, the remaining angle, that is angle BAC, will be equal to 90 minus I. That means that will be equal to plus I. Okay, so angle BAC will be equal to angle this one I. So angle BAC will be equal to I. Now this angle is angle of reflection, angle this one, and again we will be, if using a little mathematics, then we will be finding that this is also R. How it is R? Again, it is easy to understand. This angle is 90 degree, so this NCD angle will be equal to 90 minus R, or you can say angle DCA will be equal to 90 minus R, that will be equal to plus R. So we have got now DCA equal to angle R and BAC angle is equal to I. Now we have to consider these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle CDA. Both are right angle triangle, and we have to prove that they are congruent to each other, and it is very easy to understand that they are congruent to each other, because BC is equal to AD as proved above. Angle ABC is equal to angle CDA, 90 degree each. Also ACAC, that is the hypotenuse of the two triangles, are equal to each other. Hence, by RHS congruence rule, the triangle ABC and the triangle CDA are congruent to each other, or by CPCT, angle I is equal to angle R. That means we have proved the law of reflection, that is always and always angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Also, the second law is quite visible over here, that is the normal, the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection, all the three lie on the same plane. So we have proved the laws of reflection at a plane surface using Huygens principle and the knowledge of plane wavefronts. This is for the topic today. Thanks. Have a nice day.